If you are Googling emotional abuse, it's because something feels wrong, and naming it feels terrifying. Today, I'm going to give you clarity without panic. You don't need another blanket statement like, if you're questioning it, then it must be abuse. If only it were that easy. After 32 years of marriage and 35 years in the couples therapist chair, I want something different for you. The ability to see your relationship clearly without fear distorting your view. I'm Elena, and today we're going to gently untangle one of the hardest questions women ask themselves. Is this emotional abuse, or is my marriage just really hard right now? Last year, a woman told me quietly, I feel like I'm disappearing. She wasn't sure if it was abuse, but she knew she wasn't herself anymore. So here's why we have to talk about it, but with accuracy and compassion. The word abuse is used so loosely now that two groups get hurt. Women who are experiencing emotional abuse but don't recognize it because the noise has normalized the very behaviors harming them. Women in painful but fixable marriages who are told to run when what they actually need are skills, boundaries, or a healthier way of relating. So instead of diagnosing your marriage from the outside, I'm going to give you something better. 5 questions that reveal exactly what you're dealing with, as best as I can from here. Let's get started. Number 1, does he take responsibility? Ever? When you say, that hurt me, does he ever respond with, okay, I hear you, I shouldn't have done that, or something in that ballpark? Or does it immediately become a debate about your tone, your timing, your delivery, your reaction? A hard marriage still has accountability from both partners. An abusive dynamic has blame laced with ill intention. Huge difference. So if there's zero accountability, it's sure looking like you're drifting into the zone of emotional abuse. This next one will reveal tons about the type of relationship you have. Are your feelings allowed in the room? In healthy relationships, both people's emotions matter. In emotionally abusive ones, you barely finish a sentence before hearing things like, you're too sensitive, you're imagining things, stop overreacting. If your feelings are always the problem, then that's a bright red flag. This next question alone brings more clarity than most women expect. Can you disagree without being punished? Punishment? Punishment doesn't always look like yelling. It could be things like 2 days of the silent treatment, or affection has been pulled away instantly, or him sleeping elsewhere in a spare room on a couch without explanation, or tension in the house that's enough for you to get the message. Every couple disagrees, but disagreement should never cost you emotional safety. If having a different opinion brings consequences like the ones I just named, that's not a rough season. That is control creeping into the relationship, a clear sign of emotional manipulation, potentially emotional abuse. Now, this next one is way too easy to gloss over. Do you have to shrink yourself to keep the peace? I'm just going to come out and ask you this. Do you hide parts of yourself? Do you hold back good news because he'll downplay it the way he has many times before? Do you tiptoe around your own needs because you just know you'll cause trouble? If you have to be smaller for the relationship to function, that's not marriage. That is you being erased. And if you answered yes to most of these, that's crossing right into emotional abuse. This last one is usually hidden, so pay extra attention here. When you bring up a problem, does he join you like you're a team, or does he make you the problem? In healthy relationships, the energy is, okay, let's fix this. In emotionally abusive dynamics, the energy is, you're the issue. Why are you always starting something? If you didn't do that, I wouldn't have acted this way. That's not just regular marital stress. That's a pattern that slowly trains you to doubt yourself. And if this is what happens in your home, then yes, that puts you right in the zone of emotional abuse. And so you're thinking, okay, what do I do next? If these questions brought clarity, here's what I want you to remember. If it's not abuse, there is work worth doing here. Maybe it's about setting better boundaries, maybe communicating better, especially when two people are willing to grow. If you're unsure if it's abuse, that's okay. Confusion is a sign you've been dealing with too much alone. Talk to someone who won't rush you towards staying or leaving. If it is abuse, and what you need moving forward is support, safety planning, and someone in your corner who understands these dynamics deeply. Here's a very quick recap. Marriage is hard, yes, but hard doesn't always mean abuse. And abuse is real, but it deserves accuracy. What you deserve is clarity and truth to make decisions from a grounded place. If one of these 5 questions hit you harder than the others, that's often where clarity begins. But if you're thinking, well, I don't think he's abusive, but I'd really like to know what it is my husband might be thinking, but can't seem to say easily, this next video is for you.